take away the word purchasing or procurement, we're doing deals in this department. So every day we're doing deals valued at hundreds of millions of dollars, and so very significant. All that stuff that they've learned in their graduate studies, they can apply here. They can take what they learned if they want to do a SWOT analysis or a risks assessment. All that stuff that they learned in college is not theoretical, it's practical here in what we do. Matter of fact, my last 3 hires that I've made here, all 3 of them have had their MBAs. And so what's happening now is the caliber of people that are applying are more educated now, and I think in part that has to do with the economy, that you have to retool yourself, you have to make yourself more competitive. But also the kind of the heartening thing is that they're coming in with the expectation of that they're willing to put the time and effort in to prove themselves and to leverage their education to better themselves and then work their way up through the ranks. And so when I go on campus and I'm talking to students and giving them examples of things that we're working on, I put it in real life that the things that you're learning in graduate school are the skill sets that I need in my business. I need someone to be a thought leader. I need someone to understand markets, what drives costs, what things can influence risk in the supply chain. Organizational behavior is another one. Our organization is becoming much more complex. So how do you work in teams? How do you collaborate? How do you engage? How do you communicate? How do you tell and build a business case? So one of the things I think in graduate school is that the topics that people are learning aren't abstract anymore, they're real life. And as an employer, that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking to hire someone. My success is my behavior, my attitude, my motivation, how I think about things, how I try to be creative and innovative and solve very complex business challenges. And I think for the graduate level students to hear that coming from my lips, it probably may resonate a little bit more because this is the real world, and we're really attempting to prepare the students to, when they graduate, to go out in the real world and understand what's needed to be able to be successful. Whatever business that you're in, you got to understand the business. And then with that understanding of business, with your educational background, business acumen and experience, identifying ideas to create efficiencies or create value, but not only coming up with the ideas, but also stewarding them through the process to fruition. So you almost got to have an entrepreneur mindset when you do some of these things. You have to have the mindset that this is my business. So if I own this business, how could I take an idea, bring it to implement it to where I could create value? One of the things that I try to do when I go into the classroom is engage the students in a more interactive kind of learning environment versus someone just coming in and talking and lecturing basically. What my goal is to get the students engaged in a business problem. So we say, okay, here is a business issue that's in front of us, and then how do we collectively kind of work through that. Also, the value of education is that it will hopefully get people thinking in different ways so that when I'm hiring someone, they can bring a different way of thinking about things to our business. Leverage your placement center. UNLV is in the Lee Business School is just really starting to build a really good foundation for career placement, and leverage those resources. Talk to your instructors. Part of it is about being very proactive, because if you want to get that good job, it may not come to you, you're going to have to go after it.